for joining us. I am Iyori Folarin. It seems that we're in that season. So well, it was raining in, let me just say, many parts of Lagos. I mean, since I wasn't in very many parts of Lagos, but I did cut through, a whole swathe of Lagos in order to get to the studio here. And it was raining there. So that's why I said many parts of Lagos. I guess the only person who can say many parts of Lagos would be a meteorologist who is probably watching the thing unfold on computer screens. However, on the positive side, it is cool. Now, let's revisit a subject matter that we looked at earlier in the week. We had an APC member who, in fact, is not just an APC member, but, he also, is a former assemblyman in Ekiti. And in that encounter, we got to know from the gentleman that very little, if anything, was working in Ekiti. We got the impression, well, he gave the impression that, there needed to be a change of governance. He even made some very, very serious allegations against the person of the governor. Okay, so what we'll do, let me just quickly introduce my guest this morning. It's in the nature of a right of response. That, look, we heard it here, we have to hear it there as well. As our people say in the Yoruba language, etito gbalo, oyeko gbabo. So I guess this is the second leg of the journey. Our guest is Chief Taiwo Olatunbosun. Chief Taiwo Olatunbosun is Special Advisor on Information to the Ekiti State Governor, Honorable Abiodun Oyebanji. Good morning to you, Chief Olatunbosun.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah.
It's nice to be
here. Yeah, nice. Thank you very much for making it possible. Okay, before we go into the conversation proper and, hear what you have to say about and I'm very happy that you've said to me that actually that program, you heard it, you watched it, you heard it, so that makes it easier for us. But just before that, we have a package that we put together. Let's just play that package before I come back to you.
Education, they say, is the bedrock of development. And in Ekiti State, residents believe the government of Abiodun Oyebanji is getting it right. During a tour of public education facilities, residents showered praises on Governor Abiodun Oyebanji for his administration's bold steps to transform the sector. From newly built classrooms to renovated school blocks, and from improved teachers' welfare to learning materials, signs of progress are visible across Ekiti's education landscape.
Before you see this school, you even pity the students attending schools here, because most of the buildings are already down. No enough classroom for the students. And even when you come here, you think you are in a ghost schools, because most of the students, they don't even prefer choosing this place. They prefer going to other places like private school, which costs them a lot.
The state's approach goes beyond infrastructure. There is renewed emphasis on teachers' training, school enrollment drives, and ensuring rural communities are not left behind.
It has been a great relief to people of Ikere, in the sense that before the establishment of the school, there are 3 schools in town that had been taken over by the mission. With that, the students, they were struggling to get a befitting place.
For many, the governor's educational strides have already earned him a second term.
As what the government has been doing for us in this school, they are lessening the labor of most of our teachers. And even the students self, they even look at the people who are rushing down to this school. That is for the work being done by the government. If we look at this school in the maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, people will be looking at what type of school is this? Is it not part of the school being owned by the government?
Stakeholders also expressed optimism that with this momentum, Ekiti will soon become a national reference point in education once again. Adeola Aderebebe, TVC News, Ado Ekiti.
Okay, so there we have it. And in fact, it would appear that, you know, things are going on apace. You know, attention is being paid to governance. And that's why we decided that when we have a person like Chief Taiwo Olatunbosun, who is the special advisor on information to the governor in Ekiti State, we'll be able to talk perhaps a bit differently on focus on politics, governance, and deliverables in Ekiti State. So that story that we just heard on education speaks for itself. So maybe I should take it from what would be your impression, your first impressions, Chief Taiwo Olatunbosun, when you heard what was coming out of, you know, what was coming from an APC member who is also an Ekiti man.
Thank you very much. Once again, I want to appreciate you for bringing us here to at least give us the right of a reply. And going straight to what we have just listened to, that is a natural assessment of what is going on in Ekiti from the people themselves, the indigent people, the people that are directly affected by the activities of government. Two, to your question, when an APC man is on television and talking negative of a government of an APC, it is very easy to deduce that such a person could be disgruntled or probably with a vested interest and without any form of intention to come here to disparage anybody. I want to say that, yes, it is true. The man that came on television a few days ago is a member of APC, but a disgruntled member of APC from his ward. And my own belief is that he has pitched his tent to a particular aspirant. And so therefore, his submissions, his opinion, even though cannot represent fact and truth, they are biased. They are biased in the sense that he has come there to protect his own interests, inordinate one, not in the interest of the people. But be that it is me, well, we are not here to continue to exchange tantrums with any member of APC. What is important is for us to continue to do what is good. And that is good is what we continue to tell our people. But let me say quickly that any member of APC will attest to the fact that we have a governor that is bringing a lot of values, a lot of qualities to leadership. And it's changing the narratives here. And when you look at capacity, look at his kind of dedication, the principle of democratic inclusiveness, which has shown that it can bring all interests, all tendencies on board to ensure that Ekiti continues to grow, continues to develop, and continues to enjoy dividends of democracy. So I am not surprised that much as we know that people have a right to contest or to hear their opinion, those opinions will be subject to the people's parliament like we are here now. We are here now. Governor Biodun Abayomi came on board of Ekiti government with a vision, with a roadmap, and which are inscripted in 6-point agenda. And we campaign around Ekiti State, telling the people of what we intend to do. And that we started doing up to about 3 years ago. And those 6-point agendas are very simple. And simple in the sense that they touch on governance. And when you look at it, what is important in any form of government across the world is security of lives and property of our people. And that we have given, and all the necessary organization and people themselves are attesting to this, because apart from supporting the conventional security apparatus, we have also ensured that we look at the environment, the peculiarity of our environment, of our state, to ensure that we establish some other security forces to support the conventional ones. We have the forest guard, we have and the agro marshal, which we are on daily basis ensuring that they guide through all our forests, all our farms, all our communities to ensure that Ekiti is safe. And it has been attested to that Ekiti happens to be the best in terms of crime reportage when it comes to, that is, low income, crime reportage in the country, and which make Ekiti the best place to live, to work, to conduct business, and to relax. And apart from that, we have gone further to ensure that we look at the welfare of the people. And that, when you look at welfare of the people, what we have done is to look at the work sector. The work sector, the workforce, the workers in Ekiti. I can tell you without any fear of contradiction in any state of the federation that Ekiti workers enjoy foremost or one of the best salary structures in the country. We have not only done that, we have equally ensured that we provide in terms of capacity building to elevate their standard and to ensure that they have welfare packages along with it. And that we establish a ministry that is specifically and primarily for that. And today I can tell you Ekiti workers, Ekiti workforce have enjoyed training within locally and internationally, which of course everybody is seeing. And then not only that, we are equally looking at the area of ensuring that we take care of our retirees. Because we have to look at the populace generally. We take care of our retirees in terms of pension, regular payment of pension, and don't forget we pay salaries between 23rd and 25th of every month. And also, we have so far I can tell you, be paying pensions and gratuities of our retirees. Up to date, every month, we pay not less than over 5 billion naira as salary and wages every month. And so far in our state, we settle so far about 11 billion naira for both local government and state retirees across the state. And not only that, when you move forward, you look at it that in the area of job creation, we are ensuring that we have employed not over 5,000 of our youth in various government establishments in the state. Apart from that, we believe that it is not only government that can employ. That is why we have to look at other areas as well, particularly looking at the private sectors in the area of small and medium-scale enterprises, which made us to now try to look at it, what can we do to make business to thrive here, creating ease of doing business law, and ensuring that we provide some infrastructure that can elevate business and promote business across the state, which in the real sense of it, we'll be able to provide bigger and much job for our younger ones. And when you look at that, that is where we go into the area of our road constructions. In road construction in Ekiti State, I can say it boldly here, Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji has so far awarded some strategic roads which connect most large communities. Not only that, some commercial focused areas, our road network, and by way of ensuring that we make it easy for our commuters to move around without any problem, without any hiccups. And I can tell you so far so good, we have awarded not less than 350 kilometers of roads in Ekiti State. Some have completed and some are at various stages of completion or reconstruction. Not only that, if you look at it as well, electricity, we have done a lot in electricity supply. That we have done, we have connected not less than 50 communities, which are either to do not have electricity for about 15, 16 years. Today, the lives of those people, the people in those communities have changed socially and economically. We have gone ahead to look at it that in our youth back to agriculture, we have a policy an agricultural program that we tag youth, bring back Ekiti youth to agriculture, which we have in collaboration with the private sector, that has so far employed not less than 5,000 Ekiti youth. And in our agricultural program, we clear farm free of charge for everybody across the state in all our farm settlements, where we have state-of-the-art building dormitories, which are connected to technological facilities that are useful for them to be comfortable there. And I can tell you that today in Ekiti, our agricultural programs provide for incentives, a lot of farm incentives, and tractorization, which we give to them. And government went ahead to provide a business entity of government that buy from those farm products. And today, I can equally assure you that all our farms across Ekiti are very safe.
Okay.
And that is area of providing jobs for our younger ones. And let me move ahead to say that.
Well, I was going to say, sir, I was going to, of course, we have time for you. We have the time for you. So you're going to let us, you will let us know. And I thank you very much because, quite frankly, in the opening gambits of the program, so to speak, we've heard so very much that's at variance with what we heard from Honorable Olajide Adegoke, who is a former member of the Ekiti State House of Assembly. You've just spoken about 350 kilometers of roads across, Ekiti State at a cost of around 200 billion naira spent. And he did make the point that the way the finances were being handled in Ekiti left a lot to be desired. He spoke of when the governor, Governor Yebanji, when he went to Abuja to, concerning his re-election bid, forms and all of that. Now, he made the point, and maybe before we return to the detailed, explanation you're giving me, because I asked him, so what's going on here? Why are you able to speak like this, being an APC man? And he explained that, well, he doesn't know. I'd have to meet with the governor himself to understand this, because the governor seemed to favor members from other political parties, not APC. He's really chummy and, he really has a very good rapport with members of other political parties. So I said, when I heard that you were coming, I said I'd ask about that. Number one, the governor going to Abuja, taking, I think, did he say something like 100 people with him to Abuja, spending state money, awarding different sums from 5,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 for the people the governor favored and therefore took to Abuja, and also making assurance doubly sure by blocking the attendance of even APC people who might have wanted to find their way to the place. I said, well, please comment on all of those, Chief Olatunbosun.
Thank you very much. Let me start by saying that the governor is the governor of a state. And once one is elected to be a governor, I believe every citizen of that state is entitled to opportunity of seeing or accessible to the governor. Much as I said, I'm not here to come and join issues with Olajide, I want to say emphatically that we have run a very transparent government. And this has been attested to by all the financial institutions, locally and internationally. The Transparency International attested to that, and Ekiti won the first in that particular review. And again, in budgetary assessment across the country, Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji leadership in Ekiti has consistently been the leading state in terms of budget start of appropriation and expenditure, because every deal of what we have to do on Ekiti website and other leverage. But let me go straight by saying that he's biased and is conducting himself as always in an anti-party issues. So talking about people who went to Abuja, Ekiti people are speaking that they want the governor back. They want a continuity of this transparent, dedicated, impactful administration. And everybody are doing voluntarily. We've had over 300 groups coming out at different periods to say that they want continuity of Mr. Governor's administration. And when Mr. Governor obtained form through EXU alumni, because it's a particular group that bought the form, the nomination form for Mr. Governor. And apart from that, another group even came to say that the Noge people, the local government staffs across the state, they came and said, Mr. Governor, even though we are aware that nomination form has been given to you, have been bought by EXU alumni, but we are giving you this also amount of money for you to spend on other things, either to buy pen or biro to fill the form or to pay for transportation. So also other groups. I want to say that people went to Abuja to make statements that we want this governor to continue.
Okay. We
know people may obtain form, but we want this person, we want the party to be aware of this. Mr. Governor, Ekiti State government has not committed a penny. If you ask Olajide, can't Olajide himself transport himself from Ekiti to Abuja? Can't I transport myself from Ekiti to Abuja? Why about the retirees, the market women, the chiefs, the people with disability, driver unions, student body, youth groups, all of them, they transported themselves to Abuja. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Governor is not a poor person. He contested for this position by having considered a lot of capacity, which he has. And of course, he contested that same position about 3, 4, going to 4 years now. And he submitted the same form. So we do not commit the state to anything. It has no cost to the state. It's people willingly doing that. And there's nothing wrong. If Mr. Governor is winning people, if his intention, if his activity, if his behavior, if his policy of inclusivity, if his simplicity, his humility, if he's attracting people to come and support APC, they may not necessarily be member of APC, but they are indigenous of Ekiti. And issue of governorship and election goes beyond party. After picking the nomination form and the ticket of the party, you still go back to the populace to campaign to them. But the populace are already out to say that we want to work for governor. I think the likes of Goke should be very happy about it.
All right.
Even though I don't want to talk about Goke, I keep saying that.
Yes.
Goke came into the house 16 years after he left the House of Assembly. So if he had gone to the House of Assembly and he did not conduct himself very well, and even if he wants to come back to the house, he should conduct himself in a manner that he will be liked by the people. He has enjoyed the generosity of the government. He has enjoyed the magnanimity of the government because his party people in this war had wanted to suspend him. But Mr. Governor tried to involve himself by saying, look, Goke is our brother. Leave him for his anti-party activities. And so it's there like that. So he can come here to come and celebrate bias, to come and celebrate sentiment, celebrate inordinate ambition.
Okay,
if
Chief.
Supporting somebody
Okay, sir. Sorry to interrupt you, Chief. Sorry to interrupt you, Chief. Sorry.
See anything good about
all right. Thank you very much. Somebody who watched that program, in fact, commented on it, has also just called in. Mazi Okorafo, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Sayori.
Okay.
Good morning, I guess. Sayori, you see, like I used to tell you, I say, look, there's one thing in life. What is it? Anywhere you find yourself and you are there, it is not by your own power or your own force. It's God that brought you there. So that is why you should do the needful. What will be the needful? Why the people said you should come? Why the people say you should be there? But the question is, you must have a shock observer to do what? to absorb criticism, both left and right, east, west, and other. But my question is this in Nigeria. When some people sit down and criticize an authority, criticize the governance of a place that is going on, I will advise them that when you want to criticize, bring in your own suggestion, bring in your own solution, and how you want it to do. Not just
Honorable Olajide Adegoke's main suggestion was a replacement of the governor for things to get better in Ekiti, if you recall very, very well. In fact, I was so surprised because I didn't know of anything going on underneath. I had said to him that, look, the governor is the leader of the party in Ekiti. All this way you're speaking, you're actually speaking against him, against, the party. Are you apprehensive that all of this could be interpreted as anti-party activities that might come with sanctions? And I think he said something to the effect that he wasn't concerned. So maybe I should just redirect that point to Chief Olatunbosun, who is with us today. If you consider all that Honorable Adegoke was speaking about, and the governor, who he actually, he directly faced, so to speak, are you thinking of any sanctions, or will there be an inquiry, a query, a quest for explanation? What's going to go? Because it was, the way he came out, it's like there was an issue in there.
Okay, thank you. I said it. You see, leadership is all about it. Mr. Governor Biodun Abayomi is rewriting leadership and governance in Ekiti. He's tolerant. He's accessible. He forgives easily. He overlooks things. But it's like the likes of Goke. They are taking all this for granted. But it doesn't matter to him because he always believes that he's here to serve the people, and Goke is still part of the people is to serve. What do we do when the leadership is saying that, okay, what we do is to ensure that we bring everybody on board. But let me say this, there is party structure. There is party structure. Goke is from a particular ward. And is even criticizing a road that is leading to his community that has been awarded by the governor. He's criticizing it. He's questioning it, the rationale. And Goke is not an engineer. Goke has not engaged any engineer to go and look at the texture of the land that leads to his town, whether what makes us to award that road at a particular cost. Professionalism or professionally, he has not done anything. But he came on television, on national public television, to say that he's condemning the road. Is that the likes of somebody to be taken seriously? Well, we leave Goke to the people of his community, to the people in the party to do the needful. But I know that he enjoyed a lot of goodwill from the leadership of the party, from the leadership of the government at the state. If he has come here to criticize the government, well, I tell you, go to Efon, where Goke is from, and across Ekiti. We have touched all the schools. We have 2 or 3 secondary schools across Ekiti.
Okay.
And we have worked on almost everywhere. We are working in every 177 health facilities in Ekiti, including Efon, where we have general hospital, and where we have equipped the hospital with state-of-the-art equipment in health for health services. And people enjoy free health services. Primary school children enjoy free education, and 1-year-old to 5-year-old children enjoy free health services. 60 years old and above enjoy free health services. Everybody across board in the state enjoy free malaria treatment in everywhere. So what is Goke here to talk about?
Okay, one moment, please.
Repeatedly.
Yes,
like
Chief.
I said,
Yes.
we are here to talk about the business of food development in it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience, Chief Olatunbosun. George in Ikeja. Good morning to you, Mr. George.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning to your guests.
Okay.
Uncle Yori, I wasn't in a position to call when the program was on, but I watched it on your YouTube channel later in the day. What that gentleman was saying that day does not reflect what we know the governor to be. For example, Fayose, who is a member of an opposition party, who is very much opposed to the party of the governor, came out to say, this man is doing well. I am coming to campaign for his re-election. And all the previous governors have held the same position. All the who is who in Ekiti State have come out to say this man is doing well, and we are going to ensure that he is re-elected. The allegations that gentleman was making does not reflect the character of a sitting governor that I saw on television prostrating to greet an elderly man in the state. A sitting governor. I've never seen that before. Prostrating to the ground to greet an elderly man. That is not someone that can be so profligate. And he said that he appointed people from other parties to his cabinet. He is a governor of the whole state of Ekiti, not governor of APC party. Uncle Yori, remember, the star minister in President Tinubu's cabinet is from PDP, Governor Wike. He is the star minister, and if you go and check all the board appointments that the president has been making and all those, many of the people are from other parties. If you are a governor or a president, immediately you are elected. You operate above that party. Your own is to look for people that can give you what you want in government. And you can. I've listened to the explanation that the gentleman before you,
Chief Olatunbosun. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that he explained about the one. The man claimed that he went to submit 1,000. Yes. To submit a form in Abuja with 1,000 people, and he sponsored them.
Yes.
And the explanation that this gentleman has given now has already thrown light to it. Most of them must have gone with their own money. It is not easy for you to see 1,000 people to follow you to Abuja just to submit a form. That already indicates his popularity and how the people in the state want him. I've gone to Ekiti several times, both before he came and after he has come. About last month, I was at the Ikogosi Spring. I deliberately wanted to go and see how the place is looking now compared to how it was before. Uncle Yori, it's a place to be. So without explanation, that guy is agreed. And I sense that he was sponsored by some naysayers. It's allowed in politics, but he should be placed where he belongs.
All right, then.
So unfortunately, the party, APC, maybe because of the large heart of the president, who is the leader of the party, they are very reticent in dealing with people who behave like this. You have to enforce discipline. If you are in an association and it means you believe in the norms of that association. If you go outside it, there should be some penalties.
All right, then.
So if I were an APC member, that guy will not be in that party the next day.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in, Mr. George. Chief Olatunbosun, I've got to take a break now in the way he was putting across his points, even as people were disagreeing with him. Now that you've heard a few more, I mean, it's like you've been vindicated. That is to say, the governor would appear to have been vindicated in between the callers and in between what we also see in the press. For instance, in a state that is moribund as far as roads are concerned, to now hear that over 200 billion naira has been spent on road constructions spanning, across 350 kilometers across Ekiti State. Well, it's a surprising, and I'm so happy that we were able to do this. That is, if we heard from the con, then we need to hear from the pro. Did you have anything that you wanted to add, Chief Olatunbosun?
What I would like to add again is that today in Ekiti, because what people need to know is that Ekiti has never had this good. And even in terms of the politicking we are talking about, at every election period like this, you would have seen hostility in the air, political hostility everywhere. Today, Ekiti is very peaceful. Today, Ekiti is very, very cool and calm, particularly with the tendency, the political interests and tendencies we have in Ekiti. For example, where you have a governor that believes that, oh, we have former governors that are supposed to be relating together, to be on the same page, talking about government, talking about people, talking about humanity, talking about progress, growth, development, all lights. And he's moving around to see all of them. And that is annoying so many people. Why should that annoy people? If you have been, governor always say that one day he will leave that office too. And his expectation is that whoever is coming after him, that they should be on the same page in ensuring that they continue to make Ekiti great. Two, if you go around Ekiti, as I'm saying, when you look at the road network, particularly where people have to look move around without any form of challenges, without any security, you will give Mr. Governor kudos for that. And we are building presently a world-class cultural arts centers in Ekiti. We are building, not only that, we are building an indoor games building where that can house over 900 sport people and spectators. What we are saying is that Ekiti, we are busy ensuring that we continue to move Ekiti forward. And not only that, there is religious harmony in Ekiti, religious harmony everywhere, like as attested to by the primate of Church of Nigeria, that presently going on.
Anglican Church of Nigeria.
That they choose Ekiti. Yes, Anglican Church of Nigeria, they choose Ekiti because they believe Ekiti is a peaceful place. And they so experienced it. And they openly said it, that they are happy with what they have seen because they move around. They have commissioned one or two things, dedicated churches across Ekiti, and they move around. And what we are talking about here is that because of the political season, anybody could come around to say that, oh, this is what I've seen. But what the people are saying is that Ekiti is progressing under Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji. I want to say again that in all our schools, they are free education, like I've said. We are giving running grants to schools. We are giving running grants to all schools. And we have ensured that we have increased subvention to all institutions, tertiary institutions in the state. And these are some of the things that we need to put forward for people to see. I invite you, my brother, come to Ikogosi today and come and see what is happening here, where you have wonders of the world and the kind of facilities the present administration has put in place. And apart from linking Ekiti together, we are equally linking Ekiti to the entire world with our airport, agro airport that we are doing. And I tell you that today we have a scheduled flight testing in Ekiti airport. All the regulatory bodies in the aviation industries have come around. And I tell you, in another few months, we'll be up on air and doing full-blown business of airlifting air in Ekiti.
Okay.
That you can come from any part of the world.
Okay.
And this is exposing Ekiti economically,
Indeed.
and socially and everything.
Chief Olatunbosun, I imagine, and I want to emphasize the word imagine, so it's imagination, that, you know, sometimes you have people who have worked for their principle, and when that principle, you know, actually succeeds in getting into office, in this case, it would be the governor of Ekiti, and perhaps Honorable Olajide Adegoke was among those who worked and therefore had expected that when the time comes and offices are being, you know, shared, that somehow they are supposed to be in the number of those favored. Might it be that he was expectant of some office that didn't then come, whereupon he has turned rogue, so to speak, in terms of being a party man. I beg your pardon?
Yes, I said it earlier.
Okay, sorry, sir. You'll come back to that. You'll come back to that. Let me bring on Olurokpo, who has called in Lagos here. Good morning, Olurokpo.
Yes, please. Okay, you'll come back to that. You'll come back to that.
Olurokpo, go ahead. Go ahead, Olurokpo.
Okay.
Good morning, Olurokpo.
Thank you for what you are doing.
Thank you.
I think Nigerians should... Yes. All right, thank you. I think Nigerians should start from... I think Nigerians should once try to accept opposition, irrespective of the way it is. The man who came yesterday, I didn't believe him. Neither do I want to trust all what the gentleman that is there now is saying. There might have been issues in Ekiti. And the problem is not the governor who is on seat that has such issues. Because the beautiful thing that the man who is there now is saying is half truth, half correct. The gentleman who came yesterday was just here. It
wasn't yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday.
Some of the things he said was partly out of point. The governor is doing a good job, but he's overwhelmed at what he met on ground. The day before yesterday, they just want to crucify the governor who is there because of what he met on ground was unpalatable. That is the truth about it.
All right.
So nobody should come to come and continue to worship you as if it has no sense.
All right then. Thank you very much, Mr. Olurokpo, for calling in. Chief Olatunbosun, over to you. That gentleman, Olurokpo, he sort of stayed in the middle, saying that, look, I'm not going to believe everything that guy said. Neither is he going to believe everything that Chief Taiwo Olatunbosun is saying. Seemed to be what I got out of what he's saying. But he did now say, but beyond that, Governor Biodun Oyebanji is doing well. And that's what everybody who called in day before yesterday on this whole matter had said. And, so now back to you, Chief Olatunbosun. I just wanted to bring in that Olurokpo guy. Okay, I hear that we've lost connection with Chief Olatunbosun. Well, it's just as well that I actually was carrying on about the rain at the top of the program. And sometimes you know that all this telephony and the rain, they don't like each other very much. It's like you can't have two of them in the market at the same time. If there's no rain, then we'll get phone. But if it is phone you want, the farmers need rain. So I don't know that. That was just my attempt at a little joke there. So this is the situation. This is a response, shall we say, to when an Ekiti state politician came on. And it was surprising, actually, because you wouldn't have known, seeing as they're in the same party, and he was going to talk about governance, just like we're trying to do today. Dr. Sylvester in Mowe has called in. Good morning, Doctor.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Please go ahead.
Yes, good morning. I want to make some contribution in respect of Ekiti State.
Sure.
Yeah, actually, I used to go to Ekiti State most often, especially Federal University or Ekiti. And I must tell you that Governor Oyebanji is somebody that is very wonderful. Apart from his humility and intelligence, he is someone that believes in infrastructural development. Because the last day, about a month ago when I went to Ekiti State, I saw what he's doing. There is massive construction. In short, I would say that Ekiti State is a massive construction site right now. So for anybody to just come up to attempt to, belittle his developmental stride is very funny. Yeah, there may be some political issue here and there, but you don't just come to ridicule a governor who is performing. A performing governor cannot be ridiculed because people, they are there to see. I am from Edo State, for example, and I go to Ekiti. I have the pleasure of going into Ekiti every time because the governor is working and Ekiti State is working. Although there was a time I actually wanted to lecture in Ekiti State University, though I was denied anyway. That aside, that is personal. But we won't need to praise Governor Oyebanji because he's working. There were a lot of things he met on ground that would have acted as a kind of impediment to his development. But he didn't. He was able to pass through that and got everything working fine. So we will support any governor that is working, no matter who you are. If you are working, we will support you because Nigeria requires people that are proactive, people that are on the ground, people that will be able to change the status quo anthem. When we talk of status quo and developmental status quo anthem, when you get to Ekiti now, like Kogosi, I was there once, I marveled. Look at the roads going on. But we need to encourage people like that, not to just come on air and continue to criticize him for nothing. No. Governor Oyebanji is good to go. Thank you very much, Dr. Sylvester Inome calling from Oasis.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for calling in. Really do appreciate your call, and I'm sure Chief Taiwo Olatunbosun will appreciate it even more. You not being a government person or a spokesperson for either the governor or the state, and that's what we've sort of, been seeing. We've been seeing that people, who from the very day that the interview went out, the day before yesterday, were calling in and were speaking very much in line with what we're also getting today, starting from Okorafor, Mazi Okorafor to, Mr. George in Ikeja and any other person who has called. Nobody has. Okay. Well, while you were away, Chief Taiwo Olatunbosun, we just got a call from, an academic who said that he's not even from Ekiti State. He's from, Edo State, but says he can attest to the fact that Ekiti State is doing great, and it is indeed something to be proud of. So, which was why I was surprised when, somebody who is from Ekiti and who is from the governor's party, and this is without prejudice to the fact that there will be opposition, and you might even be in the same party and still be opposition. Although to come out as frontally as this, there are people who are beginning to wonder if he is still a member of that party and if the party can continue to abide, with him in the party. So, quite frankly, a lot of your work, apart from the fact that we're happy that we could get you to speak with us today, Special Advisor on Information to Ekiti State Governor, which is a substantial position. It wasn't quite the same as Honorable Olajide Adekoke, who came on almost in his private capacity, but without prejudice to the fact that there must be opposition. There will be opposition. But going out and, calling what is white, gray, that's a problem. That's a problem. But you said that the governor is, accommodating and might not want to pursue it, but a lot of people might perhaps be annoyed at what was put out on their beloved state. Do you have any comments?
Yeah, governor is the governor of the people. And the regular engagement he has with people and the free press were support in Ekiti and everybody having opportunity to speak with the governor and own their governance. I mean, their government is what is giving us joy here. And Mr. Governor is more committed to whatever it could do to ensure that we make Ekiti the best in all respects. And that is why when we have one or two people coming out to have this blind criticisms that is not in tandem with the opinion, feelings, practical happenings, and the activities in the state, we don't bother ourselves much.
Okay.
But what is
I'll tell you what, Chief. I beg your pardon, Chief Olatunbosun. We have actually run out of time now. But even if we've run out of time, I must take a bit more of the time to thank you for coming on and setting the records, straight. Thank you very much, Special Advisor on Information to